Look at you. Just look at you. Right, I'm not going to lie to you. I've given it a little tippy-toppy too. Why not? Well, hello there. Perfect Drafters. How are we doing? Are we good? Good. Because, people, we've got a perfect draft keg in. Yes, we have. Of course we have. Now, Baldy, where are you? I'm not in my bar. I'm feeling quite retro. I am. Well, I don't think you can really call it retro. What? I've been doing it for 2 years, but this is where it started. Me sitting in this chair. It wasn't this chair. It was a different chair. Different chair. I did a review on this chair. If anyone's bothered about a review on a chair, that's why I've not done other office furniture reviews. It just was no good, but there you go. That's irrelevant. Anyway, people, so I've done quite a few reviews in this room before, but when it gets to this time of year, you want this machine to hand as close as possible because it's that festive time of year. You need a beer with your turkey, you need a beer with your mince pies, you need a beer while you're watching the World Cup. Doesn't normally coincide, but hey, it did this year, people, and that's why you need that machine to hand. But what's in there? Enough of that blabbing. What's in the machine right now? Well, newish kind of keg. It's a lager. It's a Hells lager. It's not Lowenbrow, did that recently, which is an absolute belter, so that will be in my mind as I do the comparison. But what this is Camden Hells. Yeah. So a lot of people asked for this keg. When Beerhawk started to actually send out some emails and say, look, Perfect Drafters, what kegs do you want to see on this machine? This was one that was overwhelmingly voted for. It's a popular drink, so why not? Why not get it on there? And they have done. It's been on there a little while, probably about, what, 3-4 months? So Lowenbrow, for kind of comparison purposes, that is £35.50 of your finest, and that comes in at 5.2%. Now your Camden Hells, that comes in at £36.90 of your finest, and that comes in at 4.6%, so work that one out. Because not only that, Camden Hells is obviously from a British brewery, so I'm not sure how the kind of lesser ABV and the British brewery kind of connection there makes it a more expensive keg, but it does. Now then, while I say that's a more expensive keg, I found myself at a Killers concert this very year. They were playing at the Emirates Stadium, and a pint of Camden Hells cost me £6.35. Yeah, so work that one out, people. That, when you compare that to that, it's not bad out that keg. Anyway, we can't really, honestly, let's not get into the kind of, you can't compare Baldy with a beer at home to beer in a stadium. Nah, you probably can't, but that's expensive. So it uses traditional hops for a clear, clean hop profile. That's what they're telling me. Don't know what that means, but look, I'm thinking it's going to be crisp. I'm thinking it's going to be clear. Is it going to have many bubs? I should think so. I'm hoping so. I've got my favourite Stella Chalice sitting there, proud as punch. On the traditional, I did think I'm back in the home to keep warm. Yeah. Because I'm too tight to put that oil radiator on in the bar. And also it's a bit wet. Can't be bothered with going out there. So I've put this little belter on in here. I'm nice and warm. I'm cosy, but I do want a nice chilled beer. We'll do the usual order of play, people. We'll have a look at that keg. We'll do the pour. I'll bring it in. We'll have a look, see if there's any bubs. I'll give it a sippy suppy soo. Tell you what I think to it. I won't rate it just then though, because first of all, I do need to dive into some snackage. And I've had some snackage sent to me. Yeah, very generous fella. Has sent me 3 bags of pork scratchings, various flavours. I'm going to give them a go, let you know what I think to them. We'll rate both of them. That's the order of play. Let's have a look at that keg first, people. Okay, there we go then, people. There is the Camden Hells Lager, 6 litres. Now this kind of wrap that they put around some of the kegs, yeah, you know, it doesn't give you that true kind of authentic kind of skin to a keg. Skin, label, whatever you want to call it. But this does show you that kind of Camden Hells red background, the Hells font of that Hells. Camden Hells Lager. Camden Town Brewery. That's where it's from. Yeah. It says Hells Lager, and this is interesting. That little gauge there, if you can see that. like Hells to the left, Pilsner to the right. Here I am, smack bang in the middle of you. Are they jokers? Are they clowns? Don't know. But that's where they're saying this Hells lager sits. So is it a traditional Hells? Probably not. Is it a Pilsner? No. It's smack bang in the middle. That's what it is. And it tells us a bit about what is Hells. I'm not going to read all that. You can read that blurb yourself if you want to. Just pause the video. 4.6% ABV. That's what we're looking at, people. Let's get it poured. So here we go then, people. Let's get this beauty poured. Like I say, my Stella Chalice at the ready. Let's go. Wowzers, that gauge has gone down. Is it going to touch the nib? It's not going to touch the nib. Beautiful. Right, happy with that, people. Happy with that. We've got a volcano of pubs kicking off again. Let's bring her in. There we go then, Perfect Drafters. Look at that. Look at them bubs. Huh? Never fails me, this glass. I still get the odd comment on the odd video, people saying, look, just bought a Perfect Draft. It's as flat as a pancake. Can't get a decent frothy beer out of it for love nor money. And I do say, look, people, you have got to have a nucleated glass like this Stella Chalice. You've got to make sure it's clean. Absolutely essential. People can take the mick, go, look, don't bang on about cleaning your glass. I'll bang mine in the dishwasher. Sometimes it might work, but look, you need to rinse that glass. You need hot, hot water through that glass. And look at that. That's a lively little beauty. Very clear, kind of nice straw-like colour. Lovely white foam, compact head. It's looking good to me. Let's see what it tastes like. Look at you. Just look at you. Right, I'm not going to lie to you. I've given it a little tippy-toppy too. Why not? You can. You can. It's got a lovely foam head now. Look at that. Just coming up, it's got a little bit of domage to it. That has got white moustache written all over it. All over it. It's looking good. It's got some bubs. Pretty fast moving carbonation. From what I remember of Camden Hells, from that draft at the Emirates Stadium, which cost me £6.35, I'm not banging on about it, but still. It was all right. It was okay. It isn't one of those lagers that I'd go, yes, I want you. It just isn't. But it was all right. Weren't that bad. Had it out of a can. Was a little bit less impressed again. But yeah, you know. We'll see, won't we? Right, let's try it out of this. Let's give it a go, people. Cheers, Perfect Drafters. Ooh. I tell you, it's cold. Woo. That feels colder than 3 degrees. But anyway. I mean, it's refreshing enough. Crispness, bit of crispness there. Christmas crispness. Christmas crispness. Yeah. I mean, it's not got a massive amount of flavour. It really hasn't. There's probably a touch of lemon in there. It's nothing to write home about, I've got to be honest. It's just all right. It's a very easy drinker. And there's a bit of an aftertaste, which I'm not over keen on, got to be honest. But look, at 4.6%, it's probably not going to blow your socks off. Not saying it's got to be a high ABV to do that or to have some taste. But there's far better on the Perfect Draft than this, without a shadow of a doubt. Look, I'm coming off some belters. I've had, in terms of lagers recently, Innis & Gunn, Hawkston Lager, and Lowenbrau, because it took me a long time to review that Lowenbrau. This does not hold a candle to Lowenbrau. Just doesn't. That's in my opinion. I just wouldn't buy that over a Lowenbrau. No way. Lowenbrau probably has less carbonation than this, but in terms of flavour, smoothness, Lowenbrow wipes the floor with it. Wipes it. It's not going to offend anyone. It's, you know, crisp enough. It's refreshing enough. It goes down very easy because it's that 4.6%. It's a lager that's easy to drink. That's about what I can say for it. Definitely wouldn't pay more for that than a Lowenbrow, though. No way. No way. And I wouldn't pay, actually, for that over a Hawkston either. Can't quite remember. I think it's a very similar price to a Hawkston. I'd have Hawkston over that. Yeah, that's definitely not going to threaten the top 10. There's just not a lot to say about it. I mean, it's got that kind of clingage there. It's got the draft-like quality. It's nothing against the machine. It's just not the keg for me. That's all I'm going to say. I'll grade it in a minute. Let me get some snackage down me. So I've got it, and I'm not going to bang them all down. Not going to bang them all down because he sent me 3 bags. Top chap on Facebook messages me, goes, look, Baldy, I'd love you to try some of these port scratchings. Tony Evans, you're a ledge. And he sent me, I think they're from like a local butcher's or something near him. G.J. Simmons and Sons. Yeah. And there's a telephone number there. I won't give it out. Don't know if they'll want me to. But G.J. Simmons and Sons. If I find a link for them, I'll pop them in the description. Yes, I will. Made in Walsall, West Midlands. Not going to be any blurbage on the back of this. Just got the standard kind of ingredients. But let's have a look at these flavours. What we've got here, people, from Simmons Port Scratchings, we've got a Madras flavour. I do love a Madras. I said in my... What was the review? The Posh Pig. Posh Pig. Yeah, the Posh Pig Ghost Chili Port Scratchings. And I know some people have succumbed to that since my review, and I do apologise. Yes, I do. This may have the same kind of effect, hopefully not quite as bad, because this is Madras. I did say in that review, I like a Madras. I like that kind of level of strength, of spiciness. So I'm looking forward to those. Black Country Pork Scratchings. It's a 135 gram bag. Presuming this is the same kind of weightage, yes it is. These are sweet chili though. So sweet chili, again, Simmons Pork Scratchings. Yeah. That's the other flavour. And then finally, who knows with this? Hot chili. Hot chili. Again, a 135 gram bag. G.J. Simmons and Sons Limited. That one, habanero chili flavour pork scratch. That one, I'm thinking that could be a spicy little belter. Now, something else I did. Yeah, I took those ghost chili jobbos into a bit of an event. And you have got to be careful of them. Because I actually rubbed my eye, honestly, I rubbed my eye and it swelled up. It was a beast. I thought I'd blinded myself. I did. I thought I was a blind baldy. And I was washing the old water on it and everything. Scary times. Scary times. Not even jesting. But anyway, you didn't really need to know that. What you do need to know is how good are Simmons Pork Scratchings. Let's go for the sweet chili first. I'm going to go for the sweet chili first because I'm thinking, in order of strength, you're thinking sweet chili, Madras, hot chili. Gotta be. Got to be. Right. Crack into these. Let's give it a shaky, shaky shoo. Shaky, shaky shoo. What's a stinker? The smell. Look at that. Look at you. Right. Yeah, I'm smelling the old sweet chili. I'll stick that in my eye. Smelling the old sweet chili on that. Let's give it a blast. Ooh. They're good. G.J. Simmons and your son, you've done well there. That sweet chili flavour is lovely, but the actual pork scratching itself, that is as succulent as you like. That really is. Ooh. Yeah, belter. Right. I've got some airtight containers. I'm gonna try all these flavours. Right, Mr. Madras, let's give you a blast. Oh, that really does smell, that does smell Madras-like. Look at that. What do the US call it? It's like port rinds, isn't it, or something? And that looks more rindy than scratchy. Right, let's give it a go. This is Madras flavour. Nice. I mean, the quality of the pork scratching, that is spot on. You've got to say, I mean, I had those posh pigs recently, and they, you know, they cost quite a bit. Don't know what the cost of these are. Someone sent me them. Very grateful. But they're as good quality, I would say, as the posh pig. Less liking the Madras flavour there compared to the sweet chilli. Sweet chilli is my favourite so far, but they were nice. Not that spicy. Not that spicy. I expected a little bit more spice with the Madras flavour. So I preferred the sweet chilli so far. Right, hot chilli. This is where it could all go pear-shaped. I'll tell you, the quality of these pork scratchings, they look immense. Look at that. Look at you. Just in case it's a little bit stronger than what I can handle. I'll tell you what, there's not a small one in there. That's the smallest I could find. Looks like a hoof. Right, let's go. Yeah, I'm getting scared again. I'm thinking of that ghost chilli in the eye. Don't ever do that. Honestly, it can blind you. I'm sure it could. I've got worry on my face. Nice. That is not my microphone gone wrong. That is crunchy. They're good. Whew. Yeah, they're hotter. Good scratchings. Good scratchings. Yeah, better scratchings than the beer. Anyway, let's get some ratings going on. For this, the Camden Hells always go back to the 8 for the spate in terms of lagers. I've recently obviously done that Hawkston. I think I gave that an 8.5. I gave Lowenbrow, I think, a 9 or another 8.5. Just thinking of where to position this as well in that kind of scale of Pilsner, Hells, and this is in the middle. But I'll tell you something, it's trying to be a jack of all trades and a master of none, because Hassroder in terms of a Pilsner is an absolute beauty. You'd buy that. Lowenbrow or a Hawkston in terms of a Hells, you'd buy that. So, yeah. I mean, I've got it in a Stella chalice. Doesn't hold a candle to Stella either. I think I would give it a 6.5. That's what I'm giving it. Which might sound a little bit harsh. I think I give Tennant's a 7. I'm giving it a 6.5. That's what I'm giving it. So there we go. 6.5 for the Camden Hells. Don't get me wrong. I'll fire it down. It's an easy enough drinker. You know, it's refreshing. You know, Christmas Day, if people are firing round and they want a lager, you know, you could get through that very easily, very quickly. But I think that's what you'd be doing. You'll be thinking, I can get through that and then put something good on. And you don't want to think like that, not when you're spending that kind of monies. Right, for the pork scratchings? For the pork scratchings, I'm going to say the hot chili was my favourite, the sweet chili was my middle, and the Madras, my least favourite, but still good. All of them very good quality pork scratchings. Really very good. So I'll start off with the Madras. The Madras I would give probably a 7. And then I'm going to go for an 8 with the sweet chili. And I'll go for a 9 for the hot chili. So in terms of standard of quality of pork scratching, the 9 across the board. But that's just my kind of ratings in terms of the flavour. So there we go, people. That was my last Perfect Draft keg review of 2022. And what a year. What a year we've had. We've seen some quality releases on this machine. So someone on the Facebook group, Perfect Draft Keg Tips, they recently just said, Baldy, and also Paul from Rate Beer, you know, Paul and Michelle, quality videos they do. Brilliant out in their bar. And also Bazza as well from All the Beer, No Idea. And I think there was another chap, David Mulberry or something. They're basically all beer reviewers. Check them all out. I'll see if I can find links and pop them in the description. And someone said, look, what are your favourite beers? What are your favourite kegs, your 10 favourite kegs of 2022? So I think 10 would be hard to do. I really do. But I kind of would say from the more recent new keg releases that I've reviewed, because I haven't done yet the Game of Thrones one, I haven't done Green Mountain. I've got them both sitting there. And I haven't done Hertog Bock. So those three are three, I think, top quality releases that I've not yet reviewed. So I can't really comment on them. But from the ones that I'm kind of recalling quickly that I've reviewed this year of new keg releases, I'm going to put this one bottom in terms of Camden Hells. I'll then probably put Innis and Gunn as next. Then I'd probably go for Ghost Ship. I enjoyed Ghost Ship. I mean, it was good, but it's a bit of a light IPA. Then I'd probably go for Orchard Pig. Yeah, I know it's a cider, but it was nice. It was new, refreshing, nice new keg. Enjoyed it. Very crisp and a bit different because it's cider. In the summer, I'm going to buy a few more of those next year. Absolutely. So that comes in up there. I'd then go for, say, something like Hawkston Lager because I thought that was really good. And then I'd say Vocation, Life and Death. That was the actual top for me. So I think probably what I've done there, 5 or 6 kegs, but they're all new releases that I have reviewed, and that's the order I'd put them in. Vocation, my number 1 for this year. It had to be good because they got rid of Crew Republic Drunken Sailor. Not going to bang on about that again, but I'm a little bit bitter about it. Anyway, what I'm saying to you people is this. Have an absolute beauty of a Christmas. Make it a festive belter. Enjoy whatever you're doing. Have a few sups with a few mates, yeah? And your family. All get together. Have a good time. Merry Christmas, Perfect Drafters. Here's to 2023 and some new keg releases. I'll be there. I'll be reviewing them. Next year's going to be a belter as well. I'm absolutely sure of it. Have a good Christmas, Perfect Drafters, and a Happy New Year. Bye for now. Cheers. I don't know if I'm looking a bit yellow. Yellow, mellow, mellow.